Hey, I'm in this series on stress. We're talking about vocational, relational, and emotional stress. Today's topic is relational stress and happens everywhere. I always say this, teams and groups work perfectly until people show up. And it's just so true. It would be great if we could just do some things without people, right? I mean, it would be kind of perfect. It would just be us. No, we don't really want that. But we have to acknowledge the reality that relationships, as much as we try to work on them, can create stress in our lives, wherever they might be, family, work, other environments that we are in. When people are around and we're close to them and we're working together, stress can build up. And sometimes it's just seeing someone walk down the hall toward a meeting we're going to have and say, oh no, I didn't know they were going to be in this meeting. And maybe they always have a negative attitude or something. You were thinking, I don't need that right now. It doesn't take much to flip the relational trigger and start to create stress as we feel the heart beating faster. And, we just want to go, oh no. So I want to talk about three things that I think contribute to this in the relational area that we can address. Pretty straight, simple, common things. First, I think sometimes we have no affirmation that we give each other. Affirmation is absent from the environment we're doing a relationship in. When was the last time we either heard or said, well done, or you matter, or your team's great, or thanks so much for the hard work you guys put in? And let me specifically say three things I observed that I just want to thank you for. Do this face-to-face if possible. Social distancing, of course. Get some distance, pull the mask down, and say, I just got to tell you, you did a great job. Or I appreciate the way you're always honest. Whatever that affirmation is, we love to see that face to face. One of the advantages of looking into the green dot, like I am right now, is I can look at your face when you're on a meeting with me and we have 6, 8, 10 people there. We're all kind of looking at each other, but you can talk to 10 people face to face at one time and affirm them and encourage them. So work on affirmation. That's one way in the relational environment to take some stress away and build people up. Second would be don't avoid conflict. Don't be conflict avoidant. There's an inverse relationship between stress and conflict, right? The less we talk about the conflict we have to address, the more when we avoid it, when we pull away, the greater the stress. It just builds. We think by turning away from it, we're going to, take the stress away. No, it just builds up. It gets greater. So don't shy away from the difficult conversations. They all start with, can we talk? You got a few minutes tomorrow or this afternoon? Can we get some coffee or can we get on a Zoom call really quickly? I just want to put something out there that we experienced yesterday. And we had a rough meeting. I'd like to name a couple things, ask for you to listen to some things. I want to hear from you about what we were talking about, and I want to clear the air. Can we clear the air? That kind of thing goes such a long way, but the more we avoid conflict, the greater the stress. So when we think, oh, look, I'm going to reduce the relational environment, I'm going to lower the amount of times I have interaction with you because I'm worried about conflict, all that does is increase the stress. And the third one would be we put too much emphasis on competition over community. In other words, we're winning at all costs. Everybody on the team's fighting for their turf, fighting for themselves, trying to look the best, trying to get the promotion. And what we don't realize we're doing is we're destroying that sense of community or oneness or team feel or that unity that we would have. And so that win at all costs has a great cost to the environment of a team or a group and builds relational stress. When one person always wins and no one else on the team does, the whole team loses. So let's ask questions like, what would make this even better if? How can we work together? And yeah, there's always a little edge of competition, but how do we work better together as a community instead of as a bunch of individuals fighting against each other for turf or talent or resources or whatever we need? So which of these is draining your relational energy the most? Is it lack of affirmation? Is it avoidance of conflict? Is it focus on competition and winning instead of community? Identify it, see where you can take some next steps. I think you'll take some stress off your system, especially as it relates to relationships.